Okay, good morning. Let's get started with a little bit of a warm up. So I'm going to go through some thoracic mobility, but we'll just start with a spinal roll to get to the floor. So soft knees, chin to chest, rolling down one vertebrae at a time, nice and slowly. Oh, kitten. Give your head a little bit of a nod and shake. And then when you're ready, hands to the floor, looking forwards into a plank, and then dropping down onto all fours. So we're going to start with a thread the needle. Let's take our right hand through underneath our left arm, drop our right shoulder to the floor, and then slowly rotate and reach that right up to the sky. Give it nice and beautiful. Keep feeling through on that side. Last one on this side. And then swapping onto the other side, feeding that left arm through. And one more. Alright. While I go through the workout, we'll just sit into a deep squat. So step the feet out, drop the hips down, and try and get down as low as you can comfortably. A little bit of a side to side shift of weight here as well. So we've got 3 blocks, lower body, upper body, core / cardio. Each block has 5 exercises, and we'll do each round twice, each block twice, sorry. So 10 minutes per block, 45 seconds work, 15 seconds rest. Coming up out of the squat. So down lower body block. I think, oh beautiful. All right, if you have any equipment, have it nearby ready to go. I've got a bit of a dodgy back, so I'm going to be doing some swap outs and things that anyone else is welcome to follow along with. For lower body, our first exercise is a squat to lunge. So if you have a weight, you hold it at your chest, down into a squat, pulse straight back into a lunge, pulse back into that squat, and swap sides so you never stand up fully. Second exercise, you've either got a narrow squat or stiletto. So narrow squat, feet are virtually touching, and you just go down as low as you can here. For a stiletto, you just pop your heels up on something. So for me, I'm going to use a dumbbell and place my heels on top of that. If you have any sort of a thick book or a yoga block, you can use that too. Third exercise, you've got 2 options. You can either do an RDL, weights at the front of the legs, shifting your hips back, get a nice stretch through the hammies, standing and squeezing the glutes, or you can pop down on the floor and do bridges. Fourth exercise, we're doing monster walks, so booty band around the ankles, stepping side to side. And then 5th exercise, we're doing abduction. So we'll pull the booty band up around our knees, sit up nice and tall, and drive out against the band. All right, we have squat to lunge first. Making sure everything's ready. Okay, 10 seconds to start. Squat to lunges up first. It's weird working out when there's other people in the house and they're not awake. Ready? And off we go. Pulse down, step back. Pulse down, step back. So you never fully stand up from this. So good way to get a bit of a leg burn if you don't have any equipment. Nice and tight through your core. You can keep your body sort of tilting forward, ready to go over that front leg to drop back into that squat. 15 seconds. Two and a one. All right, we have our stiletto squat or narrow squat up next. So I'm going to pop my feet, I think that's too high, just up on my dumbbell. Otherwise, feet together. And off we go. So the only way this will differ is that in that stiletto, you're able to get a little bit deeper. But both of them are quad dominant squats. Fifteen seconds. And done, beautiful. All right, we're up to our RDL or bridging on the floor. When you're doing your RDL, weights in front of the body. And off we go. Bridges can be done single leg or double, whichever you prefer. Just keep it nice and slow and really articulate the rolling movement through your back. Less than 15. And rest. Beautiful. We have our monster walks up next. Booty band goes around your ankles. The further it is from your glutes, the harder it will be. And off we go. Feet pointing forwards and back. And if you don't have a band, just pulse into each step for me. Steps with these black fabric bands are comically tiny. Wake your glutes up there, that's for sure. Fifteen. Nearly there. And rest. Alright. Abductions next. Pull that band up around the knees. If you don't have a booty band, feel free to pulse it out, so deeper squat pulses for me. Feet out nice and wide. Think about jumping into a sumo stance. Off we go. Sitting up nice and tall. Keeping your feet flat to the floor. Driving out against the band. Fifteen seconds. Nearly there, a couple more. Beautiful. All right, we're back to our squat to lunge, round 2 for lower body. And off we go. Pulse, step back. Try not to rest in either of the parts of this movement. So you're just going straight through. And press through your front heel as you're standing up from that lunge. 10 seconds. And rest. All right, stiletto squat or a narrow squat. Standing up nice and tall. And off we go. Trying to push our knees as far forward over the toes as we can. Nice tension through the core, shoulders are relaxed, eyes are forward. 15 seconds. And rest, beautiful. RDL or single leg bridge. Or double leg bridge if you prefer. And off we go. Just remember, if you're doing that RDL, hips are pushing back to the wall behind you. Really exaggerate it. Push for that stretch down the back of the legs. And just make sure the spine is straight, so we're not loading through our lower back. And rest, beautiful. 2 to go. Ooh. Monster walks and abductions. Because I'm an old woman with bad back today, I'm going to do my abductions first since I'm already on the floor. I'm sitting up nice and tall, you're doing these too. Otherwise, stepping side to side with a band around your ankles. Look at how annoying it is to hurt your back. Make sure you've got good knee drive on those monster walks. And with the abductions too, it's all about externally rotating the knees outwards from the hips. 15 seconds. Beautiful. All right, abductions or monster walks. If you did it the opposite way, like I did. And off we go. Last exercise for the lower body. Halfway. Nearly there. Beautiful. All right. Well done, team. So, there's our lower body block done. We're into upper body now. So non-equipment options for everything. First exercise, if you have equipment, is an Arnold press, so dumbbells, or if you only have one, a single arm movement, palms towards you, rotate open, press, back down, and rotate again. If you don't have equipment, you'll be on the floor doing commandos, so in a plank position, tucking in through your pelvis, down onto the forearms, back up onto the hands. Second exercise, we're all doing tricep push-ups, so hands touching, or really close together, and then elbows come straight back and forwards. Third exercise, if you have weights, feel free to go into bicep curls for me. If not, you're doing a conventional push-up on the floor. Again, if you have weights, fourth exercise is a reverse fly, so pressing the hips back, pair of dumbbells or a long band underneath the shoulders, and then either pulling the dumbbells apart or stretching that band apart either side of the shoulder blades. If you don't have equipment, you'll pop back onto the floor and you'll do your Superman. So lifting your head and chest, lifting the legs, and then extending the arms and slowly lowering up and down to the floor. Last exercise, we're all going into a plank position. You push back, bum to heels, and then push forwards again. So it's more of a full body exercise, but it works your shoulders quite hard. All right, first up, you've either got Arnold press or commandos, and then if you're awkward like me, I'm doing a shoulder rehab exercise instead. So Psoriasis punch, which uses one dumbbell, which anyone else is welcome to do with me. 10 seconds to start. Arnold press or commandos, or if you want to, jump on and do this too. And off we go. So remember, Arnold press, palms face towards you. Rotate palms away, and up into that shoulder press. You have 10 seconds left, guys. And rest. All right, everyone's into tricep push-ups now. So kneeling on the floor, or you can go on your toes if you prefer. Hands really close together. Tuck your pelvis and off we go. Elbows back, elbows forward. Make sure that if you're in a 4-point position, you're still finishing with your shoulders in front of your hands, rather than pushing backwards into like a sphinx position. Halfway. Less than 10 seconds. Done. Okay, bicep curls or push-ups. Remember, all of this can be single-sided, and the other side you can do in the second round if you only have one piece of equipment. Off we go. Make sure you're doing your bicep curls, so shoulder blades are pinned back together. No movement through the upper arms. If you're doing your push-ups, hands should be now a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Less than 15. And rest. All Alright, you've either got your reverse fly or your Supermans. See if I can hold this. I think I'll be alright. She's clearly waking up a little bit. Alright, let's go. That reverse fly, our hand should be coming straight outside the shoulders, not back towards the hips. Halfway. Less than 15. Last one. Beautiful. Okay, plank pushback. Hands and toes. Hands underneath the shoulders. And off we go. Pressing your bum back to your heels. And then pushing forwards. Doesn't have to be too fast. "15 seconds. Let's keep a nice steady pace. Knees off the floor. And rest. Okay, we're back to the top now. Arnold press or commandos, or you can join me in my little shoulder rehab exercise. Let's go, time's on. "15 seconds left, guys. And rest, beautiful. Tricep push-ups. You can jump down into a seated tricep extension too, if you're finding that you've got too many push movements, especially if you don't have any equipment. In a plank position, it can get a little bit tiring, so feel free to swap tricep push-ups for these seated extensions. So a little less pressure on the chest. "15 seconds. Nearly there. And rest. Alright, we have our bicep curls or our conventional push-ups. 5 seconds. And off we go. Keep it nice and controlled. Nearly there. 15 to go. Three, 2, and 1. All right. 2 more. We have our reverse fly or our Superman on the floor. And then we're all doing plank pushbacks. Getting ready to go. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Halfway. 5 seconds. Beautiful. All right, plank pushbacks. Last exercise for our upper body block. Spread the fingers out and place your hands on the floor just to give your wrists a bit of a break. Dig your fingers into the floor. Let's go. It doesn't have to be fast. Seconds, keep going. And rest. Whew. All right, beautiful work. We are heading into our final block, core and cardio. So, first exercise is a squat in and out. So, narrow squat position, and you're either jumping or stepping the legs really quick, lots of tension on the quads. Second exercise, anyone who needs a postpartum or pregnancy safe option, we're going to your bird dogs, so extending, coming back under shoulder and hip, and off onto the other side. If you're happy to do curling movements, you're lying on your back and you're either doing a full sit-up or just a normal shoulder curl off the floor. Third exercise, we're all doing toe taps. So onto the ground, legs up at 90 degrees. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. And onto the other side. Fourth exercise, you can either stay on the floor and go into reverse crunches, lifting the knees in towards your chest, or you can flip over, pick a side, and go into your side plank hold. Last exercise we all do together is high knees, so running on the spot, or if you're not happy with the running, really quick march of the feet. Okay, in and outs are up first. Anyone still working on pelvic floor, I encourage you to do the stepping version of this. So the jumping is a little bit of pressure down on the pelvic floor. Alright, let's go. You're trying to stay really low to the floor, so it's not like jumping down into a squat. You want like constant tension on the legs, and you're virtually staying at one height the entire time. So it's all quads. A little bit of calves too, bouncing off the feet. You're stepping, it's just out, out, in. Exactly the same. 15 seconds. And rest. Ooh. All right. Either doing a curl on the floor, just your normal crunch, or bird dogs. 3, 2, 1, let's go. You can alternate with bird dogs, one side, whichever you prefer. Over halfway. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We all have our toe taps now, so flipping onto your back. If you can hold a good amount of tension in your core, these will always be challenging. If they feel super easy, let's go. Either you just need to give yourself another 10-15 seconds, or you're not able to hold that tension to the floor. So think about ribs pulling down to your hips, belly button to spine, and your knee should be directly over your hip, which is always further away from your center than you think. If your knees pulling into your chest, getting rid of half of the challenge of this exercise. Keep it nice and controlled. And rest. Okay, we have our reverse crunches or side planks. I'm actually going to do bird dogs again for this one, and neither of those are going to work with my back. So everyone doing side planks, pop on your right hand side, and off we go. And if you're doing reverse crunches, it's all about controlling back to the floor. You can drive up, but you don't want to slam your back down onto the ground. A, it will hurt, and B, you're not holding any tension through the stomach. 10 seconds. And rest. Okay, high knees. Final exercise, round 1 of 2. Running on the spot, or a nice quick march for me. 2, 1, and we go. Shoulders relaxed, arms moving about 90 degrees. Halfway. Less than 10. All right, final round. In and outs are up first. Whew. Never underestimate an ISO workout. I'll get ya. All right, let's go. Little jumps. You're going for speed. Stay low. Remember, you're stepping out, in, out, in. 10 seconds. Ooh, the quad burn. Done. All right, bird dogs or your curl / sit up on the floor. 2, 1, off we go. 20 seconds. Rest. Alright, flipping over for toe taps if you're not already ready. Knees over hips, and off we go. Everyone just push their knees out a little bit further for me, away from the chest. They always sneak back in. Nice and slow, one breath per rep. And rest. Alright, either into reverse crunches, side plank, or you can repeat bird dogs with me. Getting ready, 3, 2, 1, off we go. Last 2 exercises. Over halfway now. 3, 2, and 1. Right, final exercise. High knees again for a nice quick march. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Use your arms as well. Fifteen seconds. Speed it up a little. Rest. Whew. Good work, guys. Done. Let's have a stretch. Pop down on the floor. Hands behind your back. Picking up one leg on top of the other. Knee.
Thanks, Ash.
You're welcome, Jane.
I'll see you soon.
Press that knee away. And try and get the breathing back under control. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through your mouth. Swapping legs for me. Flex that foot and drive your knee to the floor. Good. All right. Standing up, we'll go into a little shoulder stretch across the body. Shoulder nice and relaxed. Pulling from the forearm take that same arm up and behind the head into a tricep stretch. Ooh, triceps are a little sore. Make sure you're not pulling your head down onto your chest with this. Keep a little gap between your chin and your chest. We'll do a shoulder stretch on the other side now. And then taking that arm up and behind the head. Reaching the hand down between the shoulder blades. Beautiful. Alright, session done. Recording being stopped.